Right, so I thought I would give you guys an update on this front drift. We had a little mishap. You'll see there's a bunch of grass right here because I was weeding. We let Blue out, our Great Dane, and my husband let him out, Garrett let him out, and Garrett fell asleep and forgot that he was outside. And it's really hot right now in Texas. So he went into my drift here and laid down in the plants to cool down. And he trampled my sage. I had some delphiniums back here and some zinnias, and so I had to rip all of that out, and I'm still weeding this area here. But luckily I have some plants that are just hanging out waiting to be planted that I didn't really necessarily have a place for, so those are going to go into this drift. So I'm going to finish weeding this out, and then I'm going to put those plants in here. But I thought I would show you how it's coming along. This little area is a little more sparse because it's a big area, but a lot of the plants that I have in here are going to fill in. There's some larger rose bushes in here. I think I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rose bushes in this corner. 2 of them are smaller roses. They're Coco Loco. But these are the plants that I'm going to fill in that spot that Blue trampled. And hopefully he doesn't do that again. But I've got a lot of stuff in here. There's some digiplexus in here, which I absolutely love. It just rained, so they're kind of laying over a little bit. And some things I started from seed. A ton of things. This is my snowball, my Chinese snowball, verbenum, and it gets really huge, or viburnum, sorry. I keep thinking verbena. It gets really huge, and I want it to end up being like a tree in this area, and it's blooming for the second time this season. And you can see there's some nepeta in here that, again, the dog stepped in the middle of it. He was like walking through all of this stuff, I guess. He did it over here as well. This was nice and full without any little bare spots like that, but it'll perk back up here pretty soon. I've also got some roses that are kind of camouflaged in here. This one is an Earth Angel, and when I planted these, they were really tiny. This one is a climbing rose. It's a Colette, and then I have a Ash Wednesday rose right in this spot. It's kind of hard to see amongst all these plants. And I have another Ash Wednesday there. And there's eventually going to be like a little arbor in this area, which is why I planted those climbing roses. So we're going to start training those up right here pretty soon. And then these big balls that you see in here are Gara, believe it or not. They're just like loving this spot. It's a white Gara. And then I have a pink Gara also. This is a pink Gara here that is a little bit taller and wispier, and then that's another white Gara there. And then there's a bunch of zinnias in here that I bred. I believe these are the Sweet 16 zinnias that I planted in here, and I also planted some Cupcake Cosmos. But aren't these zinnias so pretty? I love them. So there's a bunch of stuff in this bed, and I just love it. It's very cottagey. It's jam-packed. The whole idea was to not have any mulch showing. So there's a peony back in there kind of laying over from the rain, and then there's some cleome that I started from seed also. Oh, and I think there's one of the Earth Angel roses blooming right here. Let's see if I can get a shot of it for you. Isn't that so beautiful? And this, gosh, this bush has just gotten so huge. I can't believe it. It was only about maybe 16 inches tall when I got it from Heirloom Roses, and it's gigantuous now. And I planted this in October or November possibly. So let's go and plant up the echinacea and the phlox into this spot, and then I'm going to go into the Sunset Zinnia patch, and I'm going to show you guys how I weed out undesirable zinnias from the patch. So I'm going to go ahead and knock this out really quick, and then we'll head over there. Yeah, I think right there, and then right there, and the echinacea where your foot is. But be careful, there's a delphinium right there by your foot. Change of plan. Garrett is going to be the one to plant them because I don't have a very good back. Those aren't very big, so you probably don't even need that big of a hole. So this is a phlox. It's really pretty. They get pretty tall. These ones say they get up to 36 inches high, which would be perfect for the back of this bed. That looks so much better. I can't wait for that to fill in. You can see the 2 flocks there. I think I need to get some more flocks to fill in the rest of that back. I think that'll be really pretty. And I want a few more of these too. I think they're just gorgeous. This is a double echinacea, and I picked this one because it was the only one out of the whole lot that was this peachy tone. The rest were really, really bright pink, so I think this was just you know, something that hybridized or crossed with something else, and it just ended up being different from the rest, but I really just love it, so it's perfect for me. So I snagged that one. I wish they had more in that color, but I may go back and see if they have any more. If all they have is the bright pink, then I'll probably get a couple of those. Okay, we're out here in the Zinnia breeding patch, the sunset breeding patch. There's 8 rows out here. I showed this to you in yesterday's video. And now we are going to weed out the zinnias that we don't want in this colorway. So I'm going to show you what I'm weeding out, what gets rejected, so you guys kind of have an idea of what I'm going for. Of course, I want doubles. Most of what I'm going to weed out today is going to be red though. So today I'm going to pull out all the reds because I don't want red in this colorway. And I'm just going to pull it out, root and all. You can see this is just one long little plant, and we'll just compost those. So anything that's red, I'm going to pull out first, and then I'll go back in with a fine-tooth comb and I'll pull out anything that is just ugly, that I think is ugly. Okay, I've got most of the reds that are blooming right now. And the next thing that I'm going to weed out, but I'm not going to do it today because these are planted really close together, and some of them are going to be full doubles or semi-doubles, but they're going to look like singles right now. So I'm going to give them a couple more weeks to get their second blooms. And if their second blooms still look like this, then I will weed them out. So in a couple of weeks, we'll start weeding out the singles because I don't want any singles. And anything that is a single and looks like a cone flower like this, I'll weed all of those out. And what I'm looking to keep are the ones that look like this. Some doubles and semi-doubles. I want to keep all of those. This is a semi-double. A full double will not show you any disc really. It'll just be full of petals. Something like that would be considered a full double. So again, because these are still young and they're planted close together, they could be competing with each other. So some of the doubles will look like singles. That's what zinnias do when they're under stress. So we'll let them go into have their second bloom from the plant, which is going to be in a few weeks, and then we'll go in and weed those out again. And if any more reds pop up, then we will weed out the reds also. But so far, it's looking pretty good. And there really wasn't that many reds in there, considering that I actually misspoke in yesterday's video when I said there was 400,000 in this patch. There's only 200,000 in this patch. We're about to plant the next 200,000 for our fall breeding patch. So that'll go in right next to there, and that's going to be sunset also, but it's going to have some more pastels in there. So yeah, I think that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Tomorrow I will do a video on some of the new varieties that I started breeding last year that are blooming this year that are brand new, and I've got some really exciting ones to share with you guys, and I hope you like them. So stay tuned for that, and don't forget to like and subscribe. We're trying to hit 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and I'm not too confident about it, but Garrett said that was his goal this year, so I'm hoping that he meets that goal. So if you like what you're seeing, make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. I just wanted to give you guys a little peek of what I'm going to be showing you tomorrow. This is a tufted zinnia that I've been working on. It looks kind of white on camera, but it is a creme brulee color. It's a little bit of a tan, creamy beige color. I've been working on it for a while, and I finally got one to tuft out. So I'm really excited about that. Here's what it looks like, a new one when it's a little bit younger. So I'm going to be giving some tips and tricks on how I breed for color in tomorrow's video.